Thanks for taking time to talk with me today. I'm sitting here with the manager of the Majestic Mirage Resort, and it is majestic. It's more than a mirage, though. I want to say we've really enjoyed our time here. Why don't you tell us your name and a little bit about what you do here at the
Yes,
property?
hello. It's a pleasure for me also to have both of you here. My name is Alena Alvarez. I'm the general manager of the Majestic Mirage. I've been working in the company for a long time already, almost 10 years. And where my job basically is our main job here is to take care of the guest and everything that is around their experience. So one of the points I always, and one of the most important things that I always say I have to do is just to try to exceed the guest expectations. No?
Okay. Very good. And I would say you do that. And one of the things I want to compliment you on is I see you out talking to the guests a lot, more so than in some of the other properties I've been at. And I think that's really nice. I think the fact that you get out and talk to them helps you understand where they are and how things are going. And
Yeah, I say we as managers sometimes we would like to be with each guest in each experience, but we cannot.
yeah,
It's a big property. We have 510 rooms. More or less, we have 1,100 guests per day. So sometimes if they don't let you know what's happened and they give you a feedback and they tell you what you can improve, there is no way for me to have the information. So I always try to have the information from the first hand. And I'm a people person, so I like my emotional salary into the guest when I want.
but that's interesting. It shows in what I've seen with you. So let me ask you this question first. Somebody that is traveling with a disability
Uh-huh.
and they're going to come to stay here at Majestic Mirage. Where should they start? What should they do first to make sure that their experience is as smooth as possible?
It depends how you are going to make a reservation, but what is very important is that you have the communication to your human travel agent if you are going to make the reservations to your operator and to send with them to our reservations department, information department, the request.
Okay.
Because we have all the facilities, but we need to have the information in advance, and especially for the room assignation requests, everything. We receive a lot of requests in advance. We need to have the information.
Okay. Yeah, and I can see that really makes a lot of sense because I know with us, they met us at the airport, and we'll come back to it in a minute, but they met us at the airport with a vehicle that can handle a wheelchair.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, and
good.
that happens. Is the same. For example, we have our own transportation company, Go Majestic, and it's the same. We can always and we can guarantee 100% of the service for these volunteers that travel to Dominican and our properties. But we need to know and to have the information in advance to be able to send the correct bikes where they need.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Around the property, what are some of the kinds of assistances or some of the ways you can help guests that are here with difficulty?
We have one of the things that we have, for example, at the Mirage is we have butler service in all the rooms. So that means that you have person who will assist you during your stay. I don't know exactly what you mean if you with your question if it's like facilities at the hotel
No, I was
or
thinking more about
labs or in the employee.
with the employees. So if somebody comes in, obviously, my luggage magically showed up in my room, so you handle the luggage for them. But if somebody's in a situation where they need somebody to help them with the wheelchair, maybe
Yes, we always have hands to help people. We just are made to. They just need to make the request.
okay.
So yeah, there we are enough to help, and we have the good in our mind. So this is
Okay.
the most important.
All right. Very nice. So what about if a person has food allergies? Can you help them?
So of course, we always have like the buffet. I don't know if you have seen, but we always have corners with the most. We have corners with for example, with the vegetarian options always, and we have also gluten-free corner in all our sets in at the buffet. And also in the restaurants, we have each menu in the restaurant. We have also a vegetarian portion
Okay.
for the vegetarians. But if there is specific food allergies, we always ask in the chicken complex and the butler as well just in case we didn't receive the information in advance. But if someone is coming to Majestic and they know that they know first and they have a food allergy, if they let us know in advance, we always prepare a paperwork. We receive them by someone from the guest service department and the food and beverage department receive them during the check-in. They introduce themselves. We try to make a diagram to make sure we know where they are going to have dinner and to prepare the specific thing they ask. We also, since we know that we're in the Dominican Republic, sometimes there is a language barrier, we also prepare a letter written in Spanish that they can keep with them and show in the restaurant every time they go to a restaurant. So the people that is receiving them, just in case they understand the English, they can just read in our language, in Spanish, what is the allergy they have. Also, the hostess in each restaurant, every time that they sit someone in the table, they ask at the door if they have any food allergies, just in case we miss some information. And it works like run.
Okay, so you haven't been able to help my food allergy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because when I eat food, my body swells.
This is another thing. We will have to work on that. I will make sure I put it in my to-do list.
Okay. And so if someone has food allergies and they're coming to visit, it's best if they, either through their travel agent or however they reserve, to provide that information in advance like they would with mobility or other issues.
Yes, because we can be prepared and we will have the paperwork ready before they arrive. But if they don't have time, they cannot send the information in advance. Whenever can happen, they can always identify themselves and take purpose.
Okay. All right. That's very nice. Now I'll go back. I know for me, I had accessible transportation. And from you, what you said earlier, you say, sure, you provide accessible transportation if a guest needs it for all your guests.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's very nice. So one last question is, if somebody is traveling with a service dog, perhaps a seeing eye dog, or for people with PTSD or epilepsy, but a service dog that's medically necessary, can you help them with that? Is it acceptable?
Yes. We have done in the past. We have even repeated that guest, repeated dog guest. We have some restrictions sometimes in the restaurants, for example, closed restaurants, so the dogs can like everywhere.
Okay.
But they just have to make the request and send all the paperwork. Our commercial department will double check that the paperwork match with we need some kind of information. And if the information is there is no problem. As I told you, we have done before, and we can help with that.
All right. Listen, Alena, I really appreciate your time. It's been so nice talking with you.
For me too. Thank you very much.
And like I said, we have enjoyed our stay here so much. We've been a very busy during our visit, but we have a day to relax and rest, and we're looking forward to actually getting in the pool, and I may go out and snorkel a little bit in the ocean.
I hope you enjoy your day. Thank you for your trust and your comments. I'm going to try and enjoy your stay with that. And I'll see you around.
Okay. We'll see you.
Bye.
Thank you.